Okay, this is an analysis of the Alabama Bigfoot sighting. This is the thermal image of the Bigfoot, and I don't understand why the resolution is so crappy. When you look at the on the monitor that we looked at, it seemed to come out a lot better than this. But anyway, that's what the video output looks like, and it's a little pixelated. This is the Bigfoot that was captured. The campsite's right here. This is where the fire was, and he was just down into the woods. And this is the following day that we tried to have Paul line up at about where we thought the Bigfoot was standing, but actually the Bigfoot was right over here. See, what happened is when Paul parked his car, when we tried to line this up, his car must have been over to the left more because it widened this out between this tree and this tree, where in actuality his car was over more to the right, and you could see this tree, this key tree, and this key tree, which are this tree, and this tree right here. You could see the kind of the bend in that tree right there as the center tree. So he would have been over to the right a little more, and then this would have been shown more over to this direction from that angle. But anyway, you can still do an analysis as to the size. And so what I did, I tried to find a marker, which was this tree where he's standing under. And again, with the other angle, this tree would appear more over here, closer to this tree. Okay, so this triangular tree is actually right here, next to where the Bigfoot is standing. Of course, the Bigfoot's head's above that triangular tree. And then you've got the triangular tree above, well above Paul's head. So what I did is I isolated that portion, and I got right up to the top of the triangular tree so I could line it up. And then I took this and I moved it down and just lined it up to the top of that tree as compared to Paul. He's down here. This boy's up here. Where I thought he might have been 8 foot, he's every bit of 10 foot. He's quite huge. If you look at him, I'm gonna line this up to the top there roughly and move him over, and you will see his height. Let's do this as compared to Paul's, and his width as compared to Paul's in a second. Let's do this. Huge difference. Let's look at his width compared to Paul. Paul being Bama Buckster. Let's see. Now, I don't know how tall Paul is. I think Paul's probably about close to 6 foot tall. I can't remember. I guess that's about his width. It may be a little bit more. Actually, it's a little bit more. A little bit more. About like that. And let's take his width and compare it to Paul's. You got almost, about at least a third of a difference, maybe 40%. So there's a big difference there. And so that gives you perspective on how big this dude was. And you can see the tree lined up with this tree. And then, again, I lined up the this particular shot with that triangular tree there. Yeah, right there. Let's go back over here and line it up with the triangular tree. You see how it lines up with the triangular tree right there? And the other tree lines up. Okay, so we took the top half there. Now we line it up with this, with the triangular tree right here, and try to do our best to line it up right there. And we have a perspective of height. I'm going to move him over just so we can see Paul a little bit better. Trying to line that up. So there you go. You have basically double the height. He's good 10 foot tall, extremely wide at the shoulders, as you see right here. From here to here, Paul's right here. He's about half. I guess a man would be about 2.5 foot at the shoulder, so he's probably close to 5 foot at the shoulders, 4.5, 5 foot right there. I don't even think I did him justice on his width. So that's about it. Anyway, Paul Bama Buxter did a good job filming that. I kind of wish they would have showed the other part of the video where the Sasquatch are coming up behind my car, but maybe that came out really pixelated because what we saw on his monitor was much more crisp and clear than this. And so it would have had to have been that crisp to see the ones coming up behind my car. Anyway, that's all I've got.